finally Friday. Friday the 30th. Oh man. Things just keep going and on and on and on here. And they give you a little good news and then it's like I always say, it's one step forward, two steps back. And I'll get into all this in a bit. But first, I want to wish Soy Dog Cowboy wish him well. I hope he's doing better. He had some minor medical issues. So, and Chucky is in Mexico right now and can't be with us. And Lori, I'm not sure what's up with her right at the moment, but she may be working or she may be a little bit busy, but that's all right. Today it is 82 degrees at the moment. 82 degrees, 30% chance of rain, 87% humidity, no wind at all, feels like 91, visibility is 6 miles, and the air quality is 73, which is moderate. It's okay. And this is because there's not as many people out. The Thai baht is a bit stronger. It's 31.18 to the dollar. So that's what's going on there. Yeah, there's a lot going on just from yesterday, from the last stream. Quite a bit going on. The main thing is that now, even if you're vaccinated and you come in, you're going to have to quarantine for 14 days. I don't get it, Really, I don't get it. I understand they don't want this spreading like wildfire and people, dying. And even if it is a small percentage of people, a small percentage of 70 million people is still a lot of people. So I understand that. But I don't know really what good it's going to do to quarantine people who are vaccinated. And so I'm in the same place I've been at from the beginning, which is I'm uncertain about anything. I don't believe a word I say. I don't believe a word I say. I don't believe a word I hear, a word they say, until it comes to pass. I do believe that they're gonna. I believe it's starting May 1st. If you have a certificate of entry, let me see here, because I have the let's see here if I can do this. Where is it? Next one up. No. There are some more restrictions in place as well. This is it right here. This is the new zoning area. Now they have added another color, which is deep red, not just red, but deep red, which is the maximum and strict controlled area. 6 provinces: Bangkok, Chonburi, Chiang Mai, Nonthaburi, Pathum Thani, and Samut Prakan. Interesting that they don't have Samut Sakon. Let's see where that is. That's in the red area. It's no longer considered all that deadly. Let's see what this is. Okay. All arrivals who hold certificates of entry issued on or later than May 1st will be required to undergo quarantine for 14 days, regardless of their nationality. Travelers who obtain their certificate of entry prior to May 1st and arrive before May 6th will be quarantined for 7 or 10 days, depending on their vaccination status. So this is interesting. Going back to a 2-week ASQ for everyone will only deter more people from coming, where it won't keep one Thai from being infected. Well, it's definitely going to deter people from coming in. I am deterred from going anywhere at the moment. And it's mainly, listen, I don't want to get, I don't really want to take a chance and get sick and die from this. I am in a higher risk group. However, they've made it such a difficult process. And I just mean difficult. I don't mean difficult in getting things done. I mean that it's a hassle. Everything's a hassle now. Restaurants in Bangkok and the other 5 areas in the deep red zones there is no in dining allowed. So you can't even go in. I don't even know if you can go into Starbucks now. I doubt it. I think you can go in and then leave, but you cannot sit down there. I don't know yet. I'm going to find out. I will find out. I don't understand because Thailand is not that poor a country. Why don't they move to vaccinate the population? Well, supposedly they are working on that, and there is registration taking place. However, foreigners are not allowed to register, even though that they came out and said all foreigners who are residents uh, will be able to receive vaccinations for free. I wouldn't count on that being you're not going to be at the head of the line. Now, if you want to get it done at a hospital, that may happen, and that's probably what I'll do. I'll go that route because I don't want them choosing for me. I'd prefer to choose for myself. But before I go on, I want to throw out some props here. Let's see here. These are my YouTube sponsors. We got Snoop, we got Reinhardt, we got Andrew, we got Two Minds. Man, my eyes are getting worse. Mr. Allen, Corey, Tim, Johnny Siam. We got JB, we got Mindy, we got Mike, we got Charles, we got Bud, we got Lee, we got Charles, we got Tony, we got Patty Bob, Henry, Richard, LH, Jim, and of course, Steve Moore. Thank you to you all. Thank you very much. Appreciate all the support. And everything is down in the description. Uh, you can become a sponsor of YouTube for as little as $1.99. Just a little join button down below the window. There's a whole lot of other ways you can help support the channel. There will be a time when I'll be able to get back out again and go around where I want to go. But right now, I'll give you, for instance, I go to the mall Bangkok. Turns out they have an outbreak there. Everybody who was at the mall during a certain period of time, which the government deems uh, plausible for people getting infected, you have to go in and get checked. And whether they give you a false positive or real positive, if they decide that you need to be quarantined, you're quarantined at your expense or your insurance company's expense. So just by for the simple reason of them wanting to be safe, instead of like thinking, hey, why don't we think logically? Instead of putting people in who are asymptomatic, I don't know, I mean, maybe they're just trying to jump ahead and say, well, they're asymptomatic now. They may not be asymptomatic in the next 3 days. There are ways around this, though, I believe, and I don't know. I think there are better ways to handle this, which I will get into in a little bit. But the health minister, Anutin, is now being blamed for this situation. Let's see here. Not enough supply, too much demand. First world countries are paying premium to get them first. Yeah. Thailand waited. Good morning, Gennaro. Greetings. Good morning, everybody. Let me give you this. Where's he at here? Okay, has Anutin, this is Thai PBS World, has Anutin become a pawn in Prayut's COVID blame game? Public calls for Anutin's resignation are being amplified by a power struggle among government coalition partners, observers say. On Saturday, a group called Mormaiton, Doctors Won't Tolerate This, launched a change.org petition calling for Anutin to be replaced as health minister by a more capable individual. By Wednesday, the petition had attracted more than 212 signatures. Anutin calmly shrugged off the pressure and insisted he would stay at his post. Well, he will until somebody above him, namely the prime minister, decides he's causing too many problems, but it hasn't happened yet. I will heed suggestions for improvement, but right now there's no reason for me to quit, the minister said on Tuesday. He added that he worked with doctors from universities and public agencies, and if they could not tolerate this, then the country's entire healthcare system must go. People who don't like me can demand what they want, but I can also mobilize friends to vote for me. I don't think this guy's attitude is very good, and I don't think it makes citizens feel at ease. Blame game. Blame not sharing the vaccine formula. There are factories able to make the vaccine that can't get the formula. Cha-ching. Exactly. Yes, it is a Muhammad Ali t-shirt. But let me go on here. Let's see here. Now, the Thai cabinet on Tuesday also granted Prayut a mandate to temporarily enforce 31 items of legislation to curb the spread of COVID-19. The mandate previously lay in the hands of ministers. Observers see this transfer of power as a move to sideline politicians and consolidate Prayut's authority. Now, this is the thing, and we've been talking about this for a year now. It's the politicians get the power. They decide they need more power to be able to control this, and then that it just becomes normal. They have all this power, and it's like, well, if you don't like it, too bad. Do something about it. And then there's, if you don't have that many people to vote for, what are you going to do? It's gotten so ridiculous. Listen, I got a headache from all this stuff. I'll be honest. I really do. Now, wave of calamity scuppers any foreign tourism recovery, with even 7% of visitors now in doubt. Let's see, what does 7% work out to be? Vaccination status now irrelevant as 14-day quarantine is back, with visitors restricted to hotel bedrooms. Yeah, you cannot go anywhere. There's no walking around, no doing it. It's even more strict than before. Let's see here. It doesn't tell me how many 7% is, but let's say 7% of 40 million. 10% would be 4 million. So 2.8 million. I don't even know if they're going to get that. I don't know how many they've had already. How many tourists so far? Can we find out here? Well, it's not really. Let's see here. Tourism India and coronavirus 2021. Yeah, you're not getting any. I'm not getting any specifics at the moment, but I'm sure I could find it here. Thailand tourism statistics 2021. All right, I'll give you an idea here. Arrivals recorded. Thailand visitor arrivals recorded 5,741 persons in February 2021, compared with 7,694 people in the previous month. Thailand visitor arrivals data is updated monthly, available from January 1981 to February 2021. I don't know. It might be until March now, but let's see here. There is a chart here. Let me see here. Wow. Okay, so where's March? They don't have for March yet. Um, let's see here. March 1st, 2020. No, I don't want March 1st. I just want, how we go, February 21 to, God damn it, to March. What did they do? Oh, okay, well, we'll do it that way. March 21 through, oh, so they do only have it through February. But that gives you an idea. I mean, even if they had 8,000 a month times 12, that's only 96,000. I don't know even how they figure they're going to get 7%. I really don't. Now, it's supposed to be 7% of, say, 40 million. All right, let's say that it was 20 million. Even that is over a million people. Um, and so they're saying, yeah, I mean, you got 8,000 people. They're expecting that this is going to get better and everything's going to go back to semi normal. And you're going to have a lot of people coming in. I don't see it happening. I just don't. And I wish I could. But, like I'm sitting here and I'm going, all right, if I was single, I would probably go out a little bit more. I'd take the chance. Maybe. I don't know how bright it would be to do it because it's just, you're just asking for a hassle. Like I always say, don't put yourself in a position of disadvantage here. So if you're going running around town and they're testing people, or you happen to feel a little sick, maybe you just got a cold, maybe you got a fever, and you decide to go into the hospital, and they say, "Oh, you have it." Okay, you're stuck, man. Listen. I don't want to stay in quarantine coming in from the United States. Why would I want to stay in quarantine here when I live here and my family is here? And it's only because I wanted to go to the mall or I wanted to go somewhere in another province or something. I don't see it. All right. It's not going to get better until mass vaccination. Now, let me see if I can tell you about this vaccination. There is some registration going on, like I said. But let me see here. The maximum strict controlled area, the deep red, just about everywhere. I think it's like 73 or 74 provinces now. It's mandatory that you wear face masks in public places. Uh, in the deep red, gatherings of more than 20 people is not allowed. Dining is prohibited. Markets and convenience stores are open from 4 a.m. to 11 p.m. Pubs, bars, and karaoke's are all closed in every area. Shopping malls are open until 9 o'clock. Limited people and promotional events are not allowed. Tutoring in person classes are not allowed. And outdoor sports venues are closed. If you're in the red zone, it's until 9 o'clock with limited attendance. And if you're in the orange zone, it's open with limited attendance. I don't know what that means. All right, we already went over the extension. Okay, now their vaccine plan. Let me see if I can put this up here. I guess might be good to do that. What's your guess about how many Thais would get vaccinated percentage wise? Well, I know a lot of them. They've told me I'm not getting the vaccine. They're like, no, I don't know. Really, I would say that eventually they will get vaccinated because this is the thing. It's not about being a pussy. It has nothing to do with that. Although for some people they might be like, the kind of people who are just like, whatever the government says, we're doing. No, It's more about if you want to get in somewhere or you want to travel or you want to do something, it's either get vaccinated, show a negative test, or you're not going. So, okay, maybe you don't miss out. You're stuck, in your house or whatever. If that's what people want to do, that's what they're going to do. But I dare say eventually it will loosen up and people will they'll start to see the light and they'll get their vaccinations. All right, what was I looking for here? Let me do this. We got to get the world vaccinated. It's so important. Oops, vaccine patent. No vaccine for you until 2023. Jamie, what's happening? Jamie is quite opinionated about this vaccine and this virus, which I don't blame him. But let me see what I can do here about. Oh, I don't want to do that. Let's see if I can do this little overlay. And I'll put up the vaccination timetables. And you'll note that they don't say anything about foreigners. Now, I don't know if that's a mistake or what the deal is, but here we go right here. Let me take this down. Okay. So you register, I believe you register, starting in July. Now, people who are 60 and over start registering in May and get their shot in June. So there you go. And if you try to do it, you try to register, you're going to have to put in a Thai ID number. Now, I don't know if, you put somebody else's Thai ID number, your girlfriend, your wife, your kids, whatever. I don't know if they'll let you go in because you're going to have to match your ID number up with the ID number in the registration system. So, but they have said, oh, don't worry, we're going to vaccinate the foreigners and it'll be for free. They just haven't said when. They did say that more specifics will be forthcoming shortly. So, we'll see about that. But a life-threatening reaction. Yeah, I mean, I really don't want to think about that, to be honest. I think a lot of the stuff is, the specifics haven't come out yet. Is that a Chinese produced vaccine? I don't know. They haven't come out with that information. However, Thailand has their own AstraZeneca, and I have a feeling that that's probably what it's going to be. Yeah. It's always there's the doctor. There's always a doctor. There's always doctors against this shit. I understand that. But the bottom line is you're not going to win. It doesn't matter how much proof he has. He's not going to win. I'm sad. It makes me sad to say that. I wish this was all just complete horseshit and I could just go back to my old life. I want my old life back. Really, I do. Well, maybe it's a good thing that I don't get my vaccine right away. you know, everybody I've talked to has had at least one bad day. Lori had a couple of bad days because of it. And supposedly it affects females a little bit more. I mean, you can put out all the proof you want. It doesn't matter if everybody's going, no, it's wrong. It's wrong. What are people going to believe? I mean, you look at India. Do I think India is as bad as they say? Probably not. chances are the media is exaggerating. Again, I don't trust the media. I don't trust governments. I don't trust any government. So if I don't trust the government and I don't trust the media, then I don't trust the news coming out. Now, that doesn't mean that some of there isn't some truth to what's coming out. I don't mean to say that. Of course, there's going to be some truth to the stories that come out. But let's remember something. These places, these media organizations are huge entities. They are making billions of dollars. They are in charge, just like Facebook is in charge. I hate Facebook with a passion. I want to get off of there. I just have to figure out what it's going to do to me if I completely leave. And I have like 2,800 people, something like that on there. What's it going to do to me? Is it really going to hurt me? Probably not. But then if you're going to do Facebook, you might as well do Instagram because they're owned by them. And by the way, get rid of WhatsApp because they are also owned by them. Now, I don't use WhatsApp anymore. You have to prove bad reactions are from the vaccine, not just say I took it and I'm paralyzed. If 10 million chewing gum this weekend, many would have bad reactions. Who are the central planners, Daniel? I know you always have these conspiracy theories. I don't think that even the smartest person could plan this out so well. I really don't. People are not that fucking intelligent. I'm going to plan it out to where the whole world is at a standstill. People are dying all over. Companies are losing billions and billions and trillions of dollars, all because it's $1 million. $1 million. I'm going to take over the world. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. You want to show your photo, show it on a website. The problem is nowadays, where do most people go? They only go to your website if they go to some social media platform. We do not use AstraZeneca in the U.S. Who are you calling clowns? Because I think I've been very careful about what I say. At least I have been. I don't know. I don't know about some of the other people. But, that's not up for me. It's not up to me to determine. What I say is I don't trust the media and I don't trust the news. I mean, the news, and I don't trust the governments. I don't trust them 100%. How could you? That doesn't mean, like I said, that doesn't mean that there's not some truth to what's being said. Too good a plan to have planned. Sorry. Really? Well, tell me how you would plan that all out. How would you plan it out if you were going to do it? Just, I'm going to release a virus and it's going to kill all kinds of people and it'll shut down the world. Do I trust them? I trust them enough to take the vaccine. I trust them not to harm me. I don't know if they're going to do what they're supposed to do. But again, if you don't get the shot, eventually, not now, but if you don't get a shot and you can't prove it, what are you going to do? You need to go away for business? Guess what? You can't travel. You're not vaccinated. So they got you over the coals. That's what I'm saying. And go, I'm asking you a question. Who are you calling clowns? You calling everybody in the stream a clown? Because I just said I don't trust the government, Fred. Do I think that they would purposely release a vaccine to harm all of mankind? Well, who? You think all the governments got together, all the pharmacies got together, and they said, "Hey, let's put something together." I mean, Jono, what's happening? All the insiders revert to the central bankers as the central planners. Okay. Thank you for enlightening me. You gonna slam back some tequila? No, I'm not gonna. It's not about trust. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not about trust. Do you want to live in this world? Your life is over if you don't take those vaccines. That's what I think. I don't mean you're gonna die. I mean you're fucked unless you want to stay in one spot for the rest of your life. And some people don't have a problem with that. I understand that. So, for them, okay, no problem. Don't take the jab. Don't go many places. What happens when they do say you're going to have to use a COVID passport to get back in, to go anywhere? Do you have your passport? You have your COVID passport? Do you have it on your phone? Do you have something you can show us? No, I don't. And listen, it's not me, man. I'm one guy. And this is the thing. I'm well aware of this. I'm one guy. Yes, I have a little, show here. It's, gets out to a few people. But really, what's it going to do? You think it's going to change the whole world? It's not. Joe Rogan's podcast is not going to change the world. And he's got millions of viewers. Bottom line is this. If they wanted to get rid of us, they would. And no, I don't trust the government. I don't trust the U.S. government. I don't trust any government. There are a very few number of politicians who I think aren't out for themselves. I think most of them are out for themselves. They're out to stay in power, to stay wherever they are, that they're content with being. All right, we got to get rid of this jackass. You want to make comments like that, and then you want to fucking never respond, then you don't belong in here. Want to talk shit? You're going to have to listen. I mean, you want to talk shit and say we're all clowns. I understand that some people here, have a high school diploma. Some people don't even have that. Some people have some college. Some people have master's degrees, PhDs, believe it or not. Oh, Jesus Christ. You see, this is what I mean. So far, 1.8 billions have been administered globally. You trust the government enough to inject yourself with a substance whose effectiveness is at least open to doubt. Fred, how many times have people ingested drugs on the street that they don't know what they're ingested or injected? How many times have they done drugs? They weren't sure of what they were putting into their body. I mean, really, the bottom line is this. If I don't get a vaccination, eventually I'm not going to be able to travel anywhere. I'm not going to be able to go anywhere. If I can't show some kind of paperwork, I think it came from a lab. It may have originated from nature, but a lab took it and did something with it, whether it's through testing or purposely or whatever. I just don't think that saying that all of this is being done just for a financial to cover the financial collapse that these incompetent, greedy bastards created. I'm sorry, I got to call bullshit, man. The vaccines haven't killed more people than activities y'all do right now on a weekless basis in your life. Exactly. If people were getting vaccinated, and like I said before, they were dropping like flies, I wouldn't be taking it. People who snort coke, people who snort meth, they don't know what the fuck is in there. They got fucking turpentine in some of these shit. But yet they'll take a jab. And the reason that you'll take a jab is on the off chance that just guess what? You might be able to trust it. You might be able to travel. You might be able to get into places because nobody's forcing anybody. Yeah, it's all blowing up. I haven't seen it blow up yet. And you're saying forced medical intervention. I guess that those three words are subject to interpretation. Okay, but you know what? So what? Listen, if it takes a couple of years, man, I'm almost 60 years old. I'll take my chances. Think I'm fucking worried about dying? No, what I'm worried about is being all fucked up, not being able to walk and shitting in a bag for the rest of my life or something like that. Oh, bullshit, Sven. They've been testing on coronavirus strains for years. The benefits far outweigh not taking the vaccine. Listen, most of us in this stream, at least if I agree with the demographics, tend to be a little bit older. So, what are you worried about? Larry's 63. He wants to see the world. He doesn't want to die. But God damn it, he wants to be able to travel when he wants to be able to travel. He wants to be able to go where he wants to go. Listen, I go out now. It's like they check me. You're positive. I'm going in the hospital. I don't have a fucking choice. Now, a vaccine may not change that. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, I don't like the way I'm living now. And believe me, my wife and I have been talking at length about just getting the fuck out of here. We just have to wait a little bit longer to let things loosen up. And, who knows what's going to happen. Yeah, what's the end game in all this? Carlos, what's happening? How you doing? How you doing? We're doing fine. We're just having a little debate about whether this virus is real, whether it's a part of a major conspiracy. Is it necessary to close everything? I don't know that it's necessary to close everything. Listen, I'm the one who said, let Phuket be. Don't let anybody go out of Phuket. Lock it down. Bring the tourists in. They got to know full well, bring a limited number of them in. Maybe you bring in 250 of them. You bring in 250 of them, and if 200 of them die, oh shit, we might want to do something. Well, I don't know, Pierre. Maybe that's a coincidence. I don't know. Everything is not resolving itself. That's the whole thing. It may be. You guys forget one thing. Oh fuck, man. My nose is completely trashed. This side of my nose is just gone. I can't even breathe through it now. What you guys forget is what you mean is every single country in the world is going to have to agree with each other, get along with each other, lock shit down, or almost every country. And you're going to have to do it. They're going to have to do it. They're going to have to agree somewhat. If they don't agree, you're going to have places going, why would we do this? I mean, look at Italy. Italy was all a farce. I'm not saying that, it's as bad as they're saying. I'm just saying you got to admit that there has to be some reality to this shit. Yeah, they lessen the symptoms enough so that people don't die. And I understand it's a very small percentage of people that die. But a very small percentage of the world turns out to be millions of people. Remember in the old days when cell phones came out and they said you get cancer from them, and now everyone has one? Yeah. It is here, Scott. Oh, man. These restrictions are hurting more than helping. The human body needs to develop immunity. Yeah, I agree, Carlos. Now, did you guys do something down there in Pattaya for the food? Yeah, where's my little thing here? Is there any topics? If so, can we move on to women now? Oh, man. Can't develop it if secluded from everything. Yeah, that is true. And this is why I'm saying, why don't they do some I mean, Sweden did it. How's Sweden doing now? Let me see something here. World coronavirus. Let's see where Sweden is. Number 28. Total deaths 14,000. Now I know 14,000 sounds like a lot of people, but it's not. It's not that many. Neither is what is it in Thailand now? 120 or something like that. Where's Thailand? Thailand is 109, 103. 188 deaths in Thailand now. Wow, I didn't know it jumped up that much. Bring on the economic collapse via these pandemic, social unrest, inflation to build back better. Well, the reality might be some people in power were willing to kill a lot of people to remove Trump from. Yeah, okay. So then the United States did this. The United States worked with China and did this to get Trump out of there. This is what I mean. There's so many things. I don't think anybody knows what the fuck they're talking about. I don't think that makes us clowns, though. I think that we, as human beings, we want to know why. Why did this happen? Sometimes you're never going to know why. So, like the ad goes, why ask why? I mean, really, I don't think we're ever going to get to the bottom of this and know everything. Oh, really? Australia locked down pretty good, though. Let's see here. Where are they? They're way at the bottom. I don't even see Australia on this list here. $119, 910 people dead. That's oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so the United States and China work together, and then Australia, all of Europe, and everywhere else just said, okay, we better do this too. Let's see here. What did I say Sweden was? Like 28 or something? 28? Where's Norway? Don't even see it here. Denmark. Norway, 88. 754 people and 112,541 cases. Okay. So what's your point? Nowhere have excessive deaths been seen. Really? So, 216,000 deaths in Mexico, 400,000 in Brazil, 109,000 in Russia, 127 in UK, 120 in Italy, 589 in the US. All those are considered not excessive. Ugh. I need a new Mr. Pillow. I believe that there are, things going on behind closed doors, of course. All right, so shall we talk about something more interesting? Um, I tell you what, Police General Aswin also led officers from the Medical Service Department and Bangkok District Office to inspect the Bantai Boutique Hotel on Ramkhamhaeng Road in Bangkok ahead of its opening as a 300-bed hospital cum. They spelled it cum. Hospital cum hotel or hospital. Oh god. So who knows what the reason that is? Who knows? We just had a spike of 328. We're in a summer lockdown. Trinidad and Tobago, 187 deaths. Population 1.8. Yeah. The globalists are basically the central bankers who are in reality in control. It's not the countries. They're yeah, okay. I think most people don't give a flying fuck about any of this stuff. To be honest, the people with the money, there comes a point like a guy like, yes, I know that, Fred, but I think it's funny that they use that. They don't need to use it. They could have used something else there. Let's see here. All right, let's get rid of that. All right, now some Japanese rating agency is explaining the fundamentals of Thailand's economy, which may yet allow it to defy the new challenges posed by a deadly third wave of COVID-19 as business leaders urge officials not to impose a lockdown which may impinge on a thriving export sector which can help carry the economy through to the other side of this crisis. Nobody wants this place to be locked down more. I mean, maybe they do. Being in power, they might want that, but now let me see something here. I found something the other day. We can get away from this topic if you'd like. What the hell was the name of that? See if I can find it here. It was amazing to me that Thailand was not on this list. Oh, here we go. Where can Americans travel right now? A country by country guide. All right, that looks good. Vaccinated Americans will likely be allowed to travel to Europe this summer. I don't know about that. All right, let's see if I can find this thing. Americans will be able to visit Spain by June. All right, here we go. This should be it. What the hell happened to him? You see if I can search. Shit. Another list. Well, I don't see this. What happened to it? God, okay, here we go. Not to live in America. God damn it. Let's see what I can get here. 10. Okay. 10 best places for American expats. Hang on a second. Think about doing it. Thinking about doing it on the 5th if everything comes together, Scott. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I remember hearing from a virologist that this virus is just beginning. There will be other viruses. Of course, there will be. Time for a trip to the rap god. Well, I can't sit down there, and I don't know that I want to go there at this point because I got food coming today. Scott, Trump opened a hospital in New York and a convention center and sent a naval hospital ship, but Cuomo failed to use them and instead sent infected patients from hospitals to nursing. Yes, I know. Because he's a Democrat. Personally, I think Cuomo's a piece of shit, but yeah, I said that earlier, Sven. It's back in effect now, whether you have a vaccine or not. Actually, if you've got your, if you have your, oh shit, I got to sneeze. Oh, you can go to the mall, but the hours are shorter, and you cannot dine in restaurants. Which you look at it, a lot of places. That's what people do. They dine in the restaurant. But now with Grab and takeout, exactly, to refuse Trump any form of public victory. Yeah, you know what they did to Trump was freaking criminal. I understand the virus is not going to go away. Eventually, we'll get over it, though. I believe that. Just like the common cold. The common cold killed Indians, Native Americans, excuse me. I don't know that it kills them now. It does kill, or it did kill people in the past, and it, because the point of it is always a pandemic, BLM, etc. It was to unseat, and we go, oh God. Listen, I don't want to talk politics, and this is another problem. This virus has made a medical issue a political issue because the people in charge are the ones who take care of it, while maybe the top medical people are the ones who really need to be in charge, and just the politicians uh, allow them to do what they feel is best. But I don't think that happens. Why ask why, Sven? I mean, really. Me asking why, I'm just, this is the thing. I've grown so tired of all this bullshit. I've grown tired of worrying about U.S. politics. I don't even worry about U.S. politics anymore. I don't really want to know about it. Unless somebody who I care about in the United States is in dire trouble because of something political, I don't give a shit anymore. I don't live there. I haven't lived there in almost 30 years. Daylight savings in Thailand? No. All right, listen. I understand that it becomes political. That's the thing, and it shouldn't, but it does. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Well, the fact that they don't let you travel anywhere is just horse shit. They don't even let you out of your country. You are effectively in a zoo now. You're in a human zoo. And I've said this for a while. It's just like being in one of those zoos and they go, oh, there's so much room there. The animals can run around. They're free. It's just like being in the wild. Yeah, until they get to the fence. And then they go, what the fuck? I want to go out. I want to go explore a little bit more. And they can't. All right, let me get to this. No thanks. All right, we got the 10 best countries for Americans who want to live abroad. And I think this is funny, and they do not include Thailand. I'm just going to read them real quick, okay? Number 1, Portugal. I got a buddy who is probably going to move there. Costa Rica. I've talked about both of these places, Portugal and Costa Rica. South Korea. There you go, Longhorns. I don't know that I'd want to live in South Korea, but okay. Canada. There are parts of Canada that I would like to live in, but there are other places I'd put ahead of that. Austria. Ghana. Actually, Ghana is supposed to be a very progressive and nice place when it comes to Africa. There's a program to fast track citizenship for African Americans planning to leave the United States in a new program to entice residents to keep their talents in the country for at least 10 years. Number 7, Singapore. I don't know about Singapore, guys. The release of the China virus on the world was the biggest act of terrorism we have seen in a long time, and Chinese knew what they were doing. You think so? Malta, Timbuktu. Just moved to, what, Rhode Island? I think I'd rather live in Portugal than Rhode Island. Sweden is number 8. Number 9, New Zealand. Okay, I've heard great things about New Zealand, and my mother has been there and she loved it, but, visiting is not the same as living there. And then Spain. I know some people who lived in Spain and they didn't like it. They said the Spanish were lazy. Singapore, big, hot, expensive. Just live in Bangkok. What? Bangkok is big too. What are you talking about? And it's hot, really hot. And it's a hell of a lot more expensive than it used to be. It's not as expensive as Singapore, but it's getting there. Thailand is far more expensive than it used to be, say, 25 years ago, as most places are. But Thailand it tends to go up, and you don't really realize it. And then all of a sudden you're like, damn. When I first got here, pizza was like 250 baht. You had a big pizza for 250 baht. Now you want a big pizza, it's like 400 baht. That was the 10 best places for American expats who want to live abroad, for Americans who want to live abroad. 10 best countries for American expats. Now, this is travel and leisure. Colombia not on there. And I've been to Colombia. I've said it before, and I really liked it, but I don't know that I'd want to live there. It's like Nicaragua. Been to Nicaragua. Had some nice beaches. I don't know that I'd want to live there. I didn't like the vibe. If you lived and worked in the U.S. for a year again, I think you'd change your mind. Who? Who would change your mind? Me? What am I going to change my mind about? I don't want to live in the United States. I'd rather live in Portugal or Ecuador. I'm surprised they didn't put any. Was there any South American? Costa Rica, but that's not South America. Yeah, they didn't really put any place from South America. So I don't know what the hell what they were thinking there. Panama's been popular for a long time, Andy. Again, I've been to Panama, and it's one of those places for me that I liked it. It was cool, but I wouldn't want to live there. I just didn't like the overall vibe. I didn't feel like in Thailand. I walk around, I feel safe. I like that. I don't want to have to worry about getting shot, getting beat up, getting mugged. For instance, like in the Philippines. I go walking around in a worse area of Bangkok and nobody messes with me. And it's not because I'm Mr. Badass. It's because nobody really wants to. They don't generally act that way. Now I got to say that Klong Tui, they just came out with a report here. At least 50 people in the Klong Tui community and central community in central Bangkok have been confirmed as being infected with the COVID-19 virus. They tested 925 residents, and 50 of them apparently had the virus. Now, it doesn't say exactly where in Klong Tui. And that's, let's see here. They've set up a community isolation center at Sapan Temple in Prakanong district to isolate patients from the Klong Tui community while they await hospitalization. It doesn't say exactly where in Klong Tui. Klong Tui is a large area. You only see prices increasing there, but not really about the comparison. Ease of life, big expense. Well, I know that. I mean, that's, of course I know that. I'm just making a point that Thailand is getting more expensive. Bangkok's getting more expensive. It's not a cheap place anymore. It used to be really cheap. It's not cheap anymore. It's cheaper. I've said that for a while. An American in Borneo. I've been to Borneo, and I liked it. But then again, I had people, helping me get around and do things, and it was nice. What don't you like about Phuket? I thought you had said that you didn't like it. It's not my favorite place. It's just because it's a tourist area, like Pattaya. Out of the 3 places I just came back from like a month ago, Railay in Krabi and Khao Lak in Phang Nga, and Phuket, I liked Phuket the least. And actually, you know what? I mean, I had a cheap room, and it was like a 4-star hotel. And it was how much was it? It was like 600 baht, something like that. It was pretty inexpensive. And I only went to one restaurant that was, it was like $20, so it's not that expensive. But for Thailand, $20 for a little meal, or $25, whatever it was, is not cheap. But it's not that expensive, really. I mean, when you think about it, you can easily go out to certain places and spend $100 for a meal. Especially if you're talking about like in America, that you can do that quite easily. All right, let's see here. These are the Thailand's new visitor. All right, let me see here. Let me put this link in here for you guys. Oh, it's too long. All right, so anyway, those are 10 places that are supposed to be the best for Americans. I don't know why they came up with those. To me, yes, this is a shitty list. But then it's travel and leisure. They're appealing to a lot of mainstream people, and some people are not always concerned about what kind of cost. What's the cost of living? Some people are like, I got plenty of money, and as long as it's not going to cost me a certain amount per month, then I would be more than happy to live there. To me, Singapore is not a good place to live. And cost is only one thing there. To me, it's very sterile. Um, and I don't particularly like the whole vibe and the people, the way they, with the la and the the Singlish, and I don't know. I mean, I spent a lot of time there, and I like the place, but to live there, oh, I would get irritated. I would get irritated. The whole business only mentality. I read a report many years ago. Well, that's another thing. But I read a report many years ago, and it said that Singaporeans were the nationality who had the least amount of sex in the world. And I was like, what? And it was because they were all focused on business. They were focused on work. Which, okay, I understand you got to focus on work, but like to come in last in that area, hey, sounds like you don't want to go there and try to find yourself a Singaporean girlfriend, but I mean, you could find one that she makes it a priority. Yeah, okay, well, it has everything, including good hospitals, and international airport, and plenty of places without people. And so does Thailand. And I would say they have great hospitals here, and they have international airports, and they have probably more places and more beautiful places than Singapore. The price of traveling in Oz has gone nuts. $700 return used to be 400. Singapore, one big sterile. The Bolt app and telling us half the price of the model. Yeah, listen, Gennaro. I had my reservations about Bolt. Now maybe it's gotten better in the last 2 months. I haven't really used them in about 2 months. Actually, let's see the last time that I used them. What is this? These fucking people. I put tag on my Line account so I could try to find my wristband, the little loops. And I went back and forth with him. It took me a long time just to get sorry, we don't have any stock. We'll have it in May. It took me like contacting him like 3 times to get that response. And now they got the balls to send me something that, there's a wellness app for watches, for some of our watches, and you should buy this particular watch. So they're marketing to me. It's like, wait a minute, you can't even get me the goddamn loops for my wristband. Yeah, I'm irritated right now. I'm irritated by this whole situation. I am, and I don't want to be, but for now, there's nothing you can do. You can just roll with the punches. I could get a one-way fare for that in the U.S. I don't mind visiting Phuket. I want more money to live there. Make no mistake, you can live in parts of Phuket. I just happened to be the last time I was there. I was in Patong, and that's I don't know. There was nothing open. Everything was shut down, man. It was like yeah, there's the beach, but mind you, I just came from a deserted beach in Khao Lak. I should have just stayed there. I was in Riley. I'd like to go back there. I like Riley. And to me, compared to Riley and Khao Lak, Phuket, or excuse me, Patong Beach, it falls far behind. It is far behind those other two places. So, um, listen, I gotta say again. Let's see here. Do we have this? Yeah, I'm gonna put this up here. There we go. There's the T-shirt. An American in Bangkok T-shirt. We got a bunch of T-shirts, a couple of coffee mugs, but you can get 20% off if you use the code CHEDDA, CHEDDA. Code is in the description. So get your shirt, help support the channel. Their dialect sounds angry. I'm sorry, buddy. Maybe it sounds angry to you, but honestly, my wife is from the South. That's a Southern dialect. Um, it's a very tonal. Um, it's more tonal. It seems to me that it's more tonal and more. There's a lot of inflections in the language when they speak. So maybe that makes you think they're angry, but they're definitely not angry. I mean, Now, they're tourists in that area, so guess what? They're probably jaded. As was the one old woman who was like bugging me to buy water when I just drank a bunch of water and drank a bunch of orange juice, and she's giving me shit because I didn't want to buy a bottle of water, and I basically told her to fuck off. I didn't like that. I've heard that Southern Thais are generally mean, hostile, more. Oh God, who are you talking to, Gennaro? Telling you this shit. Can you blame him for being jaded? But who are you talking to, Gennaro, that's telling you that the Southern Thais are hostile? It's such horse shit. It's a tourist area. What do you expect, Sven? Seriously. It's a tourist area. That's what you're going to get. You're going to get higher prices, and you're going to get some jaded vendors, you know. But I mean, I've been all through the South. What it is, and I dare say that most people would concur with me, is the Southern Thais are not as outwardly friendly as, say, people from Isan, where Isan will just go, "Hey, pai nai, oh, tamalayu, oh," they want to know, King Kaoriang, oh, they just want to know everything. The Southerners are more, they're just quiet. They don't talk unless they really have something to say. It took me a long time to figure that out about my wife. She's quiet. She doesn't, jabber on most of the time. Once in a while. But, she doesn't jabber on and Johnny, good morning. Good morning. How you doing? And I like that about her. Listen, I lived in Isan for a while. Every morning I wake up and I'd hear the chickens, and I'd hear the old ladies yelling at each other, "What are you making today? What are you doing? How's everything? Is your daughter home?" That kind of thing. In the South, it ain't like that. Oh, geez. Gennaro, where are you coming up with this stuff, man? The hotter climate affects their personality. They grow up there, dude. They're used to it. What they will say is you don't mess with where you can do things to like an e-sonar and maybe they won't respond in the South. If you do something and they deem that to be something that's you shouldn't have done, that's something that causes them a loss of face or something that just really pisses them off, they might just kill you. There is a thing that says that the Southerners are stubborn, and you know I always say that, and people go, "Oh no, no, no." They're very nice, and this is other ties from other regions. It's the Lana culture in the North, I've been told. Yes, that's true. Hey, Andy. Yes, mine is next week. Also, oh, that's good. Even the Southern food is too angry and hot. Dude, you are making all these comments that really are just, I don't even know what to say about them. Too angry and hot. How are they angry? How is food angry? How do you make food really angry? What they do say about Southerners is they don't bullshit around. Like if they love you, they love you. It's not none of this bullshit. They love you because you're paying them money. Okay? And their food, they have curry. So they like curry. Now, for some people, that's really spicy. For me, there is stuff that I find really spicy that I don't like. But most of the time, I find it quite good. So the Southerners are a lot more real than, say, some other people. That's all I'm going to say. Southern food is too angry and hot. Oh my God. You do know that samtam is really spicy, and you could consider that an angry food, and it's made all over the country, right? That's because they're all Mexicans. Just joking. Huh? Hot food equals hot temper. You get the listen. You get the right Thai. Get the right Thai woman. Okay, she's not going to yell and scream at you. You guys, some of you guys, I think, see too many stories of bar girls going crazy, or hear too many stories. The average Thai girl, you don't really do something bad, she's not going to yell and scream at you. They just are not that way. If they are, then find yourself another girl. Well, yeah, spicy food is pretty healthy. I mean, it depends on what you eat. If you're eating curry with coconut milk all the time, it's not all that healthy. Once in a while, it's fine. But, it's like saying, oh, you have to watch out for all those Thai girls because if you piss them off, well, why would you do that, dude? I don't even know who the fuck you are. You've never been in my stream before. So, I mean, why? Oh, we're trying to get a rise. No, not we. You are trying to get a rise out of me. And I don't know you. So why would you do that? You're just being a prick to me. That's all you're doing. Or a dumbass, whatever you want to call it. I dated a woman from Nakhon Si Thammarat. Been there several times. 3, 4 times. We are called Mexicans in Melbourne because we are down south. I only know a few Southern ties, but they are good people. I mean, listen, there's good people everywhere. Was she a barista? God. I gotta look at something here. Fucking idiot. Yeah, that's what I thought. She was a waitress. Don't mess with a southerner's dog or mama. You know, to be honest, I mean, I've spent weeks in the South, down in where my wife is from, and where her mother's house is. I spent a lot of time down there, and I've hung out with the neighbors. I've hung out with the family. I've hung out with all kinds of people, and not once have I seen any of them get pissed ever. Oh, you with the dick and cider. What's the matter, Sven Hoff's sauce? What's the matter? You got nothing else to say now? I mean, really, think about something. You come in here, you make all these fucking comments about Southerners, probably knowing that I'm married to one, and yet you've never been in here before, or I don't know if you've been in here before, but I don't believe you've ever been inside the chat. You may have been watching. Never made a comment, nothing, and you think it's okay to come in here and try to rile me up. I'm not riled up. I'm just telling you you're full of shit. That you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Gang som is one dish from the South that I couldn't eat. Just too spicy. Oh, God. Um, yeah. I mean, listen, we eat that shit all the time, buddy. When you live in Thailand and you eat Thai food all the time, you don't have a choice sometimes. Sometimes you just see stuff and you go, what do I want? Oh, I'll have that over there. Or my wife is cooking. She makes some of it. And, well, I'm glad you did, but like, why would you come in and even tell me, I'm trying to rile you up? Why would you do that? What are you trying to rile me up for? You're not gonna fucking eat. Believe me, when I get done with this fucking stream, I'm done. Doesn't fucking bother me one bit. Janara, I thought you were supposed to serve the dick and ciders. Sorry, dog. You're alive. You are alive. Let's see here. Terrible week. You're back home now. I take it. Oh, at your parents. Okay. I meant you're home from the hospital, but okay. Following doctor appointment tomorrow. Follow up doctor appointment tomorrow and second COVID shot. Now, is your eye is taken care of? Some people just don't like the sourness of the gangsong. Um, my wife makes it, and she makes a bunch of other curries, and I like them. They're just that's for me. I like spicy stuff, but I don't like eating Thai food every goddamn day because I've been eating it for how many days almost. 10,000 days. Get the shot in your left arm if you wipe with your right. Okay, so that means I'm gonna have to get the shot in my right arm. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can see it here. See that there? That's a bruise from my vaccine, from my flu vaccine. Still have a huge floater in the eye from the hemorrhage. Wow, that's fucking horrible, man. Yeah, I got a bruise on my arm and it didn't hurt at all. I mean, my arm was a little bit sore after, but didn't hurt. Like when she stuck the needle in, it was nothing. She was like, "Does that hurt?" I'm like, "No." Then she pulled out, she pulled out. Um, she pulled the needle out of my arm, and I was like, "Didn't hurt at all." You know. Shot didn't hurt, but after, yeah. And let me tell you, I did feel a bit worn out for 2 days afterwards. I felt really tired from it. Muscle shot sucks. Don't say pulled out for Chunky to hear. Oh God, I know. We don't want that now, do we? He's out in Mexico running around having a good time. What did he say he was doing? Let me see here. Because I asked him, if he wanted to be on today. Uh, I will be at a live show at that time. So I don't know. It could be the Donkey Show. Of course, I'm going to ask him. Is that the Donkey Show? Who knows? I don't know where he is now. I think where did he say he's going? Puerto Vallarta or something? Uh, anyway, interesting. Let's see here. All right. So what is this? They're talking about all this defending the economy here, but what about taking care of the people? They haven't really, to me, they haven't defended the economy. I haven't seen shit that they've done other than the 5,000 baht for 3 months, and that was, you know, he's showing his ass. Have a tan on his mustache. He's showing his ass to the folks south of the border. Yeah, and they probably like it because he's so spicy, and he's so angry and spicy. Oh God! All right, what is this? Island banking on Samui sealed route. Yeah, here we go. Samui sealed route model is committed to the same schedule to bring back vaccinated travelers from July 1st, despite hurdles from the fresh round of infections. Now, this was today. This came out today at 6:30 in the morning. Approximately 30% or 25,000 people have already received 2 doses, while reports of side effects are very few. We firmly believe that the vaccination process will be completed by June, which will be in time for the reopening plan. How are they going to reopen well, here it says here, Mr. Ratchaport urged the government to take decisive action to stop interprovincial travel to flatten the curve. You see? Stop that interprovincial travel. I don't like that. This measure, I mean, I not for me at least. I mean, I think it's a smart thing to do, but when it comes to me, I want to be able to go. This this measure is more important than ordering businesses to close for 14 days and possibly extend indefinitely. Extend indefinitely. Extend indefinitely. I don't like those words. So he's still talking about people coming into Koh Samui. What does it say here? Prior to sealed route trips, tourists have to stay in their rooms on the arrival date and take a swab test the second day. Then you can leave. Then they can leave their rooms and use other hotel facilities. Travelers can step out of the hotel from the fourth day and get another test on the seventh day. With a negative result, they can continue their trips in Koh Samui or to other destinations. I think this is off. I think the Bangkok Post wrote this article earlier and didn't know what was going on. I don't know why they put this article out. How can you let people in if they've already fuck you guys. Fucking rap god. By the way, don't forget about this. Don't forget about the t-shirts and coffee mugs, all right? And super chats and cash apps and money. What is it? Apple monies. And what's the other one? Patreon. Patreon. Amazon. There's all kinds of ways you can help support this channel. I'm at an hour and 37 minutes here. We're not going more than 2 hours today. I can tell you that right now. Yeah, and at the very least, hit the like button. That doesn't cost you anything. I understand, these times are tight, blah, blah, blah. All right. But, hit the like button. That would do me a solid. Hit the like button. Lots of haters out there. And fortunately, there are some people who enjoy my bullshit, my bullshitting, and my travels. So. But man, hit the like button. Jesus criminy. It's so funny that well, let's see here. What's this say? Where's that at? Yeah, Carlos, are you taking any donations? How's that working? Because, I can contribute a little bit. Even my wife said she wanted to. So, between the both of us, we should be able to buy a few bags of rice. That's the thing, man. Rice doesn't cost that much. I'll tell you what we do all the time. When we start thinking about, lockdowns or whatever, or, we want to make sure that we're okay for food for a while. Put my feet up here. We just get a couple bags of rice, man. 4 or 5 bags of 5 kilo bags of rice, and that'll last us for a while. Get a bunch of water, some mama noodles just in case, so they can stay usable for a long time. I believe we are good, but we'll let you guys know. All right, let me know. Let me know. And I'll let Longhorns know or whatever. We'll figure it out. Yeah, like I said, like I was saying that I got an order from Happy Fresh coming today, and we've been adding things, the last day or so. But it takes 3 days. It's taken me 3 days now. To take it 3 days to get this order delivered. That's where they're at right now. It takes 2 or 3 days. We're doing mama, rice, canned fish, water, and eggs. Yeah, water and rice definitely good. Canned fish definitely good. Mama noodles, you can't go wrong with those. Listen, yesterday the old lady made 3 bags of mama noodles, and then she cooked them up, threw some egg in there, threw some vegetables in there, and then gave it to Nicholas. Nicholas was a little hungry. She whipped it up. Boom. Do you know I was going to make a rap god and pet mark free for every Thai for one day? Oh God. I got a coconut in my refrigerator right now. So yes. Although they're not as cheap as they used to be. I've talked about this before, but I used to buy 10 coconuts for 150 baht, which is about $5. Now, the coconuts are 35 or 40 baht each. So 350, 400 baht for 10 of them compared to 150 baht. Price has gone up. Maybe it's because they're not using as many monkeys now to pull them down. I don't know. But there's a lady who sells them down the street from my house. So we tend to get them whenever she's got them out. We get a couple of them at a time, 2 or 3 of them at a time. In fact, that's probably what I'm going to have after this stream because I haven't eaten. I'll just have a coconut water, eat the coconut meat. What's this? Oh, something else here. Now I don't know how true this is. This is on the Bangkok Jack. Hospitals closing across Thailand as staff spread virus. A number of hospitals in several provinces have stopped providing services to patients after many of their personnel contracted COVID-19. I don't know what the point of that is. Ruam Pet Chainat Hospital in Chainat closed yesterday. In Trang Ratsada Hospital reported 6 infected hospital personnel, with 12 others waiting for their test results. The hospital and Ratsada Public Health Office were declared maximum control areas. Most of the infected personnel are not in patient-facing roles. Okay. As of yesterday, the hospital closed all departments except emergency care in order to test the rest of its personnel and sanitize the premises. Trang has reported a total number of 96 COVID cases. In Phang an accident and emergency room staff member of Takua Pa Hospital contracted COVID-19. 22 people, including his colleagues and family members, tested negative for the virus. The hospital closed its accident and emergency room temporarily for deep cleaning on Tuesday. It will open again tomorrow. So he's got another 3 or 4 hospitals here that have closed. Why don't you look at the price? You don't buy coconuts? It's hard for me to fathom why coconuts would be so expensive in Hawaii. I mean, I understand the cost of living is higher there, but you get the coconuts from there. I don't know. I want to say something. I do believe that right now the world is in a freaking spiral down the toilet. Sure seems that way to me. And, I hate to be negative about it. There are some positives. You know, I got out the kicking pad and the well, we're looking for the mitts. I got out the gloves and probably 3-4 times a week I'll take my kids out front and let them hit the pads and let them get some work in so they don't forget. and just to do a little bit of exercise. And there are things you can do even at the house, but to be completely honest, it gets monotonous. But everybody knows this. And then the one thing is that it ain't that bad. It's not like we're walking around and you got to watch out for the zombies or you're going to be dead. It's just not that bad. I have to remember that sometimes. It is irritating, it is frustrating, but I think we'll get through it. I have to remember that in a few months, things might be completely different. Tripping over your puppy is no fun at 3 a.m. No, it's not fun. Tripping over your cat at 3 a.m. is no fun either. I don't know. Contact Rap God, man. Don't ask me to contact him. I don't want nothing to do with it. I can't, I just think of that food and I'm like, ugh. Yesterday I went to go get some dim sum from the dim sum lady and she was closed. I'm like, what? It's closed? Then I went to get some quintillo. Um, and the one lady is gone now. She doesn't sell quintillo anymore. The one that I really liked it because she had chicken. She's out of business now. So I went to the other place that sells pork. And the first thing the lady said to me was, "You're staying at home a lot more now, aren't you?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Are you scared of the COVID?" I said, "No, I'm scared of having to go I don't want to have to go into the hospital." And, she's like, "Yeah, basically all she does is sell noodles all day. And then when she's not selling the noodles, she waits for deliveries. And she's got her granddaughter there and her husband, and they don't go anywhere. Stay at home." Anyway, let me see something here. 38 and 31. All right. So, listen, I put up a poll yesterday for the perfect number of streams per week. I already put up the poll that asked what kind of streams you like. I couldn't get a clear cut answer on that. People just didn't really care. It was like, do whatever you want. On this one, I said how many times per week, and the majority said one or two. The rest said three or four. Closely behind that is 3 to 4. And then after that, it was twice daily. That ain't going to happen very often. And then daily, and then weekdays only. 3 coconuts for $15.99. That's not that bad in Hawaii, I guess. I don't know, but it's still, too much money. In my opinion, the fear of the consequence of catching the virus is worse than the actual virus. Well, that's my point. And yeah, Johnny. What I've been saying is, it's like you're an animal in a zoo, and it's one of these zoos where you get to run around, and you have all this free space. And personally, I think, there's a fence. They always want to put these limits on you. And I said something a long time ago. I don't think I've ever said it in the stream, but I've thought of it for quite some time. And it's always, mankind is always full of groups of people who are trying to impose their will on other people. Sometimes for good reasons, sometimes simply because they want to tell people what to do. You will do this, you will do that. And when you think about it, that's the way the whole world is. You're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that. They put these restrictions on people. You got laws, you got all. That's what mankind is about. And it sucks in a situation like this when people in power feel um, that they can dominate you. Well, $40 is too much for a freaking coconut. They figure, hey, you know what? We're going to dominate you. We're going to tell you what to do, and guess what? There's nothing you can do about it. And sometimes there is nothing you can do. You wonder why people go berserk, why people go postal in the United States, why you hear about all these kind of things. I think these are some of the reasons why we're getting to these reasons now. People should have the freedom to go out and do things without, here in Thailand, there's it's a joke, but it's not really a joke, and that is that the Thai government is the citizens are the children of the government, and the government is either big brother or daddy, if you want to put it that way. The government is their father. Hey, you citizens, you can't handle your booze, so we're going to put a restriction on it. You can't do this, you can't do that, because we feel that you're not capable of handling it. Well, this is my biggest concern. Well, my biggest concern, honestly, is I'm going to be sitting here waiting for a freaking vaccine. Everybody in my house is going to have them, except me. Somebody's going to come back. I'm going to get the vaccine or get the virus and get sick as hell or die because I can't get a vaccine here. So I'll be a pissed off son of a bitch for the 2 weeks until I die, or 3 weeks until I die. I mean, I don't even know what I say it all the time. I don't know what to say. I get to the point where I just don't know what to say anymore. Now I really need to leave economic jail of paradise. I don't know what that means. Have no idea what that means. What's the economic jail of paradise? We have talked at length about leaving here, about what will we do if things get too bad. We are at that point where we're talking about it. We don't usually talk about it. I think about it. My wife doesn't want to think about it. She's just like, let's move to America. And I'm like, no, let's not. I don't want to move to America. That ain't going to happen, honey. There are places in Thailand you can move and you're not going to get messed with, at least for now. So, and the thing is that I'm sure Carlos knows, but most Thais, they want to live in Thailand. They might like living in the United States for a while, but they always feel better at home. It's their home. They feel better in Thailand. Price is too high here in paradise. So why? Price is too high, wages too low. Oh man, I got a headache. Fortunately, that light is bright, man. That's what it's coming from. I need a haircut, massage, and an evening out. I don't want an evening out. I need a haircut. I need a neck massage and temple massage. And yeah, I don't need an evening out. I don't want to go out, man. Honestly, I don't want to go out right now. It has nothing to do with the virus or anything. I just don't feel like going out because um, everywhere I can go, I can get stuff delivered to me, or whatever. I need. I've had one haircut since COVID began. My wife was okay in the U.S., but she could not wait to get back here. Yeah, that's how those ties are. You know, what's $19 in the U.S.? 20, $23 an hour. Well, I mean, listen, I'm happy to be here. You know, um, I can't imagine being in the U.S. now. I don't want to be there. I don't have any real reason to be there. You know, I have no reason to be there for more than a few weeks, maybe a month tops. And I'd rather be somewhere else. If I wasn't here, I'd rather be in Costa Rica, Portugal, Ecuador, somewhere. But everything is based now on, can you go there? Can't you go there? What's it like once you're there because of the virus? Everything's about the virus, the virus, the virus. What the hell have we been talking about? I can easily talk, hey, where's my favorite place in Thailand to go? Yeah, I can do that. I haven't got to that point yet. I've already talked about that shit, at length. You want to find that out? There's all kinds of people they're willing to, I love this place. Maybe you love it and somebody else hates it. Oh, fuck him. Fuck Joe. What if your parents leave you the house? Would you move back? Uh, if I had to handle some, matters with the house, I would. Would I move back permanently? No. Um, no, I wouldn't. I don't care. I don't give a shit about the house. I mean, I do in the sense that it's their house and everything, but, I get to live in their house now. I don't care about that. If I was not in Thailand, I would want to be in Barbados. Good morning, Mr. Richard Gallagher. How you doing? Massage here, $80 and up. Told you they were making 14-day quarantine, even for vaccinated person, no more than 7. Okay. All right. Well, you know everything, and I don't. Does you feel better? Listen, until it's confirmed, it ain't confirmed. It's been confirmed now. Okay. I believe it. Whoa. Richard, thank you very much. You're the first and only super chat or contribution of any sort financially. So thank you very much. Choke D to you. Be safe, Mr. Richard. Time for coffee, Scott. Yeah, I know. I need a coffee. It's just like I got new coffee coming today being delivered. I got some Lavazza coming. Right now, we ran out of coffee. We ran out of Lavazza yesterday. So I've been drinking the crap coffee. It's like, 150, like Bon Aroma or whatever it's called, 150 baht, 160 baht for a bag of it versus, say, 500. And, the Lavazza is quite a bit better. I need another cup of coffee, though. I can tell you that right now. Anyway, we're at 2 hours right now. We can hang out for a few more minutes if there's anything to talk about. If not, then we don't need to hang out. We can move on. How are they going to open by July 1st? One other thing is that I forgot to talk about is that a part of Suvarnabhumi Airport is turning into a vaccination center. And also, as I said the other day, some of the stadiums are turning into field hospitals, such as Huamak Stadium. Andy, grab a pizza maybe. A pizza. Let me tell you something. I love the pizza that they serve here, but Alex, first of all, Alex is Mr. Healthy. So he won't eat pizza. If he does, he's pissed off because he's like, I didn't want this for dinner. I want something healthy. And so then, what the wife does is she makes up some like baked chicken. Carlos, yesterday we had some of the rub again with some chicken. And, you know, pizza is nice for me. I love it, and especially the New York pizza they have here. I think it's Pizza Company. They got some good New York pizza. It tastes really good. Pete's Coffee, no, cannot. If you arrive in Thailand after this, everyone needs to do a 14-day quarantine. Yes, we talked about that. And in fact, didn't I put that up? Oh, this is the vaccination plan. Let's see here. Where is the, what was it that I was looking at? Was this it? Let's see here. They already sent 99,000 vaccine when the shipment arriving. Well, no, just remember, no matter how bad you think you have it, there is someone out there that's worse off. Yes. Yeah, the rub is good, man. The rub is good. Definitely. Um, you know, all right, let me see something here. I like it. Now, I haven't been cooking it. My wife tends to use a little bit less than I like. I like to make it to where, you know, that taste just bursts through. She likes to make it with just enough to where you know, here you go right now. This is the info that we're talking about in case you're just joining us. So yeah, vaccination or not doesn't matter. So what's the point of getting vaccinated? Oh well, you won't. Your chances of you dying are quite a bit less. Really? Okay, I guess. There we go. Work on your night ops. Puppy could have. Don't make me laugh. Oh God. All right. Well, where's Sid at? Let me see if we can get Sid. Ah, hang on one second. Let me stop this real quick. Ah, Sid. Sid. Where's Sid? Sid. All right, where's Sid? We'll go get him for you. Tell Mickey. Sid. Come here, Sid. All right. We're talking about animals, so I figure. Let's see here. Ah, what's up, Sid? Huh? You got stinky mouth. Huh? Are you wearing Chucky attire? No. Vaccine maybe get less symptoms, maybe just a transmission, maybe generates more mutation. Well, I understand about the vaccine. What I don't understand is why are they testing people? If people are not sick, why are you going to test them? Ah, fucking. Hey, we don't need to see your butthole. Sid. Oy. Sid. Come on. Stop. You don't have to lick me. I'm clean. He's a cool cat. I don't know if he's pretty. Sid. God damn it. This is how he is. He's either really mellow or like right now he's, bonding with me, but I don't want him to bond. What do you want to do? You going to jump off? Let's change. I don't want to show your butthole on camera. We don't need to be doing that. That's not the best look, Sid. Hey, Sid. Don't fart. Hey, don't go over there. Come here. You want to go around my room, but I don't want you to. How about you just stand here? See? Look. Show your face. He's never taken a dump outside of the litter box, aside from one time. And I don't know what happened there, but he was a lot younger. Sid, he wants to go. You want to go out? Come on. Come on. Can't come back in. All right. Sid. It is nice that I go downstairs, I sit there, I start watching TV, and I'm just chilling. And he kind of just runs up to me, sits down, just lays there next to me, and he's cool. Once in a while, he gets a little testy, and he wants to play. Yeah, he's an indoor cat. We let him outside to go play with Odie because they get along, or we let Odie inside. But he doesn't stray very far away from any of us. I think he knows. So anyway, let's see if I got any last minute stuff here. Boy, this is I'm not going to go there. Not going to go there. Anything last second? Phuket extends COVID restrictions to May 12th. Most restrictions now they end somewhere between the 9th and, say, the 15th. Oh, is this today? Okay, so today, 1,583 new cases and 15 deaths. So, all right, Carlos, take care. Take it easy. That's about 1,600 cases, and that's so it looks like the numbers are starting to stabilize a little bit, starting to get a little bit lower, but there's still 15 deaths. It doesn't sound like much, but when you're not having any, my hip surgery, that was like 6 years ago, man. It turned out okay. But thank you. Um, yeah, 1,583 new cases. And, you know, I think if you can look at this one of two ways. You could either be like Sweden and say, we're not going to do anything, just socially distance. Or you're going to have to crack down and be tight about it. Now, one thing that I haven't done is I haven't put the app back on my phone, and I need to, just because I don't want any problems. This is the thing. It's not that I agree with things or I agree what they should be doing. Um, I agree with everything that the government is doing. I don't have to agree with everything. It doesn't really matter, and I don't think they really care. What does matter is that I follow the rules that they implement so that I don't have any hassles. Down the line, I don't have a bunch of problems. I don't want any problems. So this is why I'm in the position I am in right now, which is not a bad place to be. Could be a lot worse. If I want to go out, I can go out. It's not a problem. Um, in fact, I may go to the ATM later today. I don't know. Today or tomorrow. Um, so you do have some freedom here. Um, well, yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. Let me see what it says here, if it tells you anything, because sometimes they tell you. No, this didn't say anything. In a new wave, 109 patients have died. Many had pre-existing conditions of diabetes, which I don't have. Cancer, I don't have. High blood pressure. My blood pressure is slightly high, or chronic illnesses. I don't really have any chronic illnesses that I know of. But anyway, oh shit, what happened? Um, yeah, so that's where we stand. Where we stand right now is basically on the verge of a full lockdown, but not completely locked down. And we have enough freedom left to be able to walk around as long as you have a mask on. We can go into the malls, but we can't sit down at a restaurant. You can buy alcohol at the right time, but you cannot buy alcohol in restaurants. Um, so yeah, so if I want to buy some wine, I got to be there before 2 o'clock today. That's how it works. Anyway, I believe that's all I have, and this stream has run its course. Maybe on Sunday, if I stream on Sunday, I can have a happy stream. We can talk about happy things. I don't know. Maybe not. Hopefully, things will just continue to get better here. The good thing is that they have said that foreigners are going to get, or expats, those who reside here are going to get the vaccine. The bad thing is they haven't said exactly when and what vaccine. Oh, yeah, it's completely arbitrary. You think they don't really count this stuff and they don't have a method by now, Pat Pong? I mean, come on, man. Now they're just arbitrarily throwing out numbers. If they're going to throw out if they're going to arbitrarily throw out numbers, why would they throw out anything? Had diabetes, stroke, survived COVID, and had a heart attack at 40 years. Wow. I didn't know that, Larry. Thanks for sharing that with us. Thanks for the insight on what's happening in Thailand. You're welcome. Um, yeah, the numbers don't just come out arbitrarily. we're not at the India stage yet. Okay, where people are supposedly dying on the streets and they don't know how many people are dying and people just getting burned on the side of the road and stuff like that. We're not at that point yet. And in Thailand, say what you will, they may not do things the way that we think is best, and we being Westerners, but they're not stupid. They may do some stupid things sometimes, just like everyone does, but they're not stupid. And, you know, you got to trust them a little bit. You have to have a little bit of trust. I trust the government, you know, very little. Every day is a weekend. Ohio is wide open now. You mean Anutin? Asutin. Oh. Well, uh, I believe there could be somebody. I don't know. It seems to me that things could be handled a little bit better here. But, I don't want to be overly critical. You know, get me the vaccine. Get me the vaccine. I'll feel a little bit better. You want to call it a vaccine, whatever you want to call it. Get me the shot. I'll feel a little bit better. And, like I say, I don't want to die. Okay. And I don't know if this COVID virus would kill me or not. Um, but I don't want to die. I mean, I want to live. But if death comes, so be it. What am I going to do? You know what I mean? Um, and, I've had a good life. For the most part, I've had a pretty good life. I can't complain. So, you know, it's not something that I'm looking forward to. But, if the vaccine helps prevent me from dying, I'm more than willing to get that vaccine. But you got to get the vaccine here. So why has that not been done yet? I trust our government not as far as I could kick them. Well, that's about how much trust I have. As far as I can spit, not even that far. And the thing with the Thai government is you kind of know what they're going to do. With the US government, you're like, what? Huh? I trust the US government less than I trust the Thai government at this point. A filthy foreigner. Yeah, that doesn't go over very well with me. Listen, I may not trim my beard all the time. I may have some rough hair every once in a while. I may need a shave. I may need a haircut. Once in a great while, I may need a shower. But I'm not filthy. Do I take vitamin C? What is this? C, D3, zinc, and cysteine. Cysteine. I take vitamin C. If our numbers continue to decline, I might say something positive about the vaccine. We'll see as time goes by. That's the thing. We still need more time. And the thing with me is that I'm getting pissed because my life is passing me by, God damn it. You're 90 years old, you're staying at home all day. You're sitting there watching your favorite TV show, waiting for your grandkids or your great grandkids to come over. That's one thing. But, as old as I am, I'm not that old, and I still want to have a life. So let's hope that we get through this shit and we get through it sooner than later, because it is frustrating, it is irritating, but it could be worse, especially if you're in Thailand. So if you're not in Thailand and you want to come to Thailand, you should get here eventually. Thailand's not going anywhere. Filthy Foreigner is okay, as he is only a dumbass and nothing can change that. Scott, look into ivermectin and the FICC org. It's in the United States. Okay. If I did all the things, listen, I'm no fucking, I'm no, what's the word I'm looking for? Dynamo. I'm not a dynamo anymore. I don't have boundless amounts of energy. One of the things I do, and I think I do it too much, is I'm always researching stuff. I'm always looking at stuff, whether it's travel, whether it's photography, whether it's video making, or something like that. Like YouTube stuff, how to make your YouTube channel a little bit better, whatever it might be. I never have enough time in the day to get everything done. Then I got my kids, and Patia Bob uh, said something to me yesterday. He said, you should turn one of your rooms into a studio. And I'm like, well, I had thought of that for a while, basically for me. But now I've been thinking about it more and more for Alex and Nicholas, because Nicholas, who used to play keyboard, and then he started to play guitar, and Alex, he still plays guitar, uh, but he's also playing keyboard now. So they're both in there playing music for 3-4 hours a day now, which I think is great. So that gives me something to do. Figure it out, figure out how to do something in the room and make it a little more, I don't know, more like a studio. So anyway, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time to say goodbye. I'm going to put a little music on here because it's time to say goodbye. I'm going to put something calm on. I have no idea what this is. Never listened to it before. Let's see here. Yeah, I know. Now I know half a dozen so people that have passed away, or I know someone who had someone pass away, and it's no joke, man. I mean, listen, you don't have to believe everything, but there's a reason why people die from viruses. People die from illnesses all the time. I think eventually we'll get through this. I think it's going to take. It's going to take at least until the end of the year, maybe the middle part of next year, and I think then we're going to start seeing some serious changes. Um, I sure hope so. I dread the thought of seeing Thailand in 6 months if no tourists are coming in and they're still locked down and not that many people have been vaccinated. I really dread that thought because, uh, you know, that's about as bad as it can get. So, anyway, listen, do me a favor. Please smash that like button. That's a good thing. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, please. Click the little notification bell, but by all means, please remember to click the thumbs up. Look down in the description for all the ways you can help support the channel, and they're not all financial. Just maybe join my Instagram or my Facebook while I still have it, because I might not have it for very much longer. I want to get rid of them. I don't need all this social interaction. I interact with you guys for a couple hours a week, and that does me just fine. I interact with a couple of my friends, uh, for a couple hours a week. I'm fine. Don't need this social media. Anyway, that's all I have. That's all I got. I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Just want to tell everybody, do what you got to do. Stay safe, as always. And I'll talk to you guys. I'll see you when I see you. Yes, jerkin. Your contribution, your daily, your whatever it is, your stream contribution every single time, jerkin. Do respiratory diseases not decline sharply every? It doesn't really matter. You can debate this until you're blue in the face, but the bottom line is nothing is going to change because of you, Daniel. I mean, really, nothing's going to change. You're going to do what they tell you or you're not. Daniel, I'd just like to know something. If you decide that you want to go to a place and they tell you, you can't come in here. You can't come in here unless. What happened here? You can't come in here unless you show us a negative test. What are you going to do? Are you going to provide a test? What if they say, "Oh, you want to go out of the state limits? You want to go to another state? Well, you got to show a vaccination. No vaccination, cannot go. And your daughter is in another state. What are you going to do? You going to tell her to get vaccinated and come see you?" It's not only about all these conspiracy theories and whether conspiracy, science, whatever it might be. It's not only about that. It's about the political aspect of it. I did smash the like button. That portion of the touchscreen will not work. Damn it. Now that sucks. But like I'm saying, it's not only about the science. It's not only about what you want and what we want. It's about what the politicians determine we have to do. And eventually it's going to come down to I think it's going to be just like a yellow fever thing. If you're coming from Africa, you got to show your yellow fever vaccine, or you're going to Africa, you got to show your yellow fever vaccine. Either you do it, or you're out of luck, buddy. You're not coming. Like I said, what are you going to do if you have to go to another state or another city and they go, this city doesn't allow people in? Or they say you're going to have something on your phone that shows that you've been vaccinated. What are you going to do? Well, that's what they're starting to do already, so get used to it. Yeah, right. He's the criminal, and Hunter Biden is he's a choir boy, right? Jesus Christ. It's time to go. Choke D, jerk and my. I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Take care, everybody, and I'll talk to you guys later. See you when I see you. That's all I got.